implementing agility or agile in TM. So with that, I would like to hand over the session to Idham Yusof to start the session. Over to you, Idham.
Yeah, thank you, Cik Zul. Hold on, I share my presentation. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to June session for Asia-wide HR Mastermind session for Malaysia. So today actually we're going to have our guest speaker Puan Nur Hamijah from TM. Hello, hi Puan Nur Hamijah.
Hi, morning everybody. Assalamualaikum.
Okay, before that, Waalaikumsalam. Waalaikumsalam. Okay, before that, I just want to have to brief on the what going to happen for the next couple of hours. Introduction from me. My name, I'm the moderator, replacing Cik Zul. It is a Bidang Tejun, as Rosal said, mentioned. My name is Idham Yusof. You just call me Idham. And afterwards, we're going to have Puan Nur Hamijah from TM. She's a deputy CHRO. After sharing session by Puan Nur Hamijah, we're going to have our small team discussion whereby the breakout session will be happen and will be facilitated by our appointed facilitator. Okay, and afterwards we're going to have our summary of our team discussion and end up at probably at 11:30 for the wrap up. Okay.
Islamul Hasan. Join kar.
Hold on, yeah. Okay. So for today, AsiaHRM, our team or our slogan is "We share to care, we care to share." That is our slogan, our team for AsiaHRM, and our mission is to create the biggest online sharing platform for HR in Asia, to make the HR community a better place to grow throughout common vision, to add a value to the HR professionals in Asia region, to shape our HR landscape and pave the way for C-suite in Asia, and last but not least is to groom local HR to regional HR to make up a bigger role. So this is our co-founder and founder of the AsiaHRM, led by Ms. Rita Sui, and we have our list of leadership from various of Asia region country, from Hong Kong, Cambodia, Singapore, Bangladesh, and so on and so forth. Our Malaysia today led by Mr. Cik Zulhaimi bin Abdullah, and there is a leader from others country, for example, Mr. Jaker from Bangladesh, Mr. Dr. Shobna from India, Mary Jenny from Cambodia, Hong Kong by Cecilia, Indonesian led by Dia Ambarwati, Vietnam Pham Tu Hien. Okay, and what is HR Mastermind session is all about? It is a forum for HR leaders, for us to come together to share and exchange on our topic, especially on HR, and to share your wisdom to the platform. How are we going to do this? Through this small session, just going to have at 1 or 1.5 hours, by sharing by our guest speaker, and we're going to have our small breakout group session discussion. Okay, and when it going to happen, it will, this session is a monthly event, and it will schedule on every Saturday. normally on end of Saturday. Okay, this is our counterparts, our country HR partners and participating countries. And just an overview of latest info on AsiaHRM, whereby we recently launched the membership program for those gentlemen, for those ladies and gentlemen who eager or who want to share their wisdom and experience in HR. So just click to the, for those who interested, just click to the link in the slide for you to have your membership. Membership will be going to be two type of membership. One is paid membership and one is FOC. And this is the list of benefit of the membership from the AsiaHRM. Okay, without any further ado, we're going to invite Puan Nurhamijah Muhammad Hanafiah, Deputy CHRO TM. Before that, I just want to share, Puan Nurhamijah holds a bachelor degree and master in human resource from University Technology Malaysia and University Putra Malaysia. Oh, my senior ni. Okay. And as well as gain a certificate in communication and psychology from Stanford University, California. A scholar of TM, she joined the company in 1997 and has since gathered intensive experience, almost 25 years, leading various HR functions. Throughout her career in TM, Nurhamijah has also successfully driven several initiatives, including the implementation of Agile as a new way of working. When leading the group-wide HR strategy, she played a key role in ensuring the manpower number and cost is within the approved budget. So with further ado, we would like to call upon Puan Nurhamijah. Please, hand over to you, Puan.
Thank you. Assalamualaikum. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum. A very good morning to everybody. Thank you. Thank you. I think wow, so it's a good. I mean, introductions about me. You're my junior, is it? My Idham, is it?
Yeah.
You're my senior or my junior?
Graduate at 2000, year 2000.
Oh, okay, so probably I'm much more senior than you. Okay, okay. All right. Okay. Can we? I'll just put up my slide. Can you see my slide?
Yes, yes, Puan.
Okay. All right. So talking about the HR agility and looking at it, I think these are HR opportunities as overall. A lot of people were talking about agility here and there. I mean, the world are talking about agility. How we want to be quick to the market. How we want to talk about how do this new way of working experience wise, right? Okay, allow me to go to the next slide. Why is it's not? Oh, okay. All right. So let me bring you to what is actually telecom all about. Let me share a little bit about my telecom Malaysia background. So across the customers segments, we are serving Digital Malaysia. So we talk because Digital Malaysia is actually nation aspirations of Telecom Malaysia, so that we be able to serve the nation with the digital. So here we are looking at a society, business, the government, as well as the industry. So when talk about society, we are nearer to the society by providing our unified services, which is our at home by individual, as well as in terms of business, we got SME, small medium enterprise business. And in a large organization, the business, we also support enterprises, which is actually enterprises like oil and gas, financial, banking, and so forth. So we also support the government by our TM1 segments, and as well as talking about the whole total industry is actually via TM wholesale, which is the Malaysian and also the international telco. So what we aspire is actually to provide customer experience excellence, giving not only providing the infrastructure and also the internet connections to everybody, but as well as giving a customer experience excellence by providing solution excellence and also connectivity excellence. So this is actually how TM will be able to see TM as an organizations to serve the nations. Okay, next. So how do we support the whole aspirations, the whole transformation? So what happened is actually TM actually come out the new TM transformations for 2021 to 2023 guided by our compass. So this is actually a compass where everybody will able to see where we move forward, clear directions, everybody be able to move to that direction by having this compass. So first, we need to know our purpose. Our purpose is actually to enable digital Malaysia. How do we do it? We must be able to commercially sustain in terms of profit and loss company role. We make to sure that we achieve the target of the company. We be able to fulfill the company P&L, and then at the same time we be able to fulfill role of the nation building as a GLC role. So this is actually a very clear purpose. Everybody be able to work and see clearly how do we support this enable digital Malaysia. Then without our customer is our true north. So customer is actually the one who's actually pay our salary, right? So we must to ensure that the customer is happy. To fulfill it, all the customer segments with connectivity excellence, solution excellence, customers experience excellence. This is where everybody who relates or the frontliner who's actually serving the customer must embrace these three things that we need to ensure the customer happiness. Then we talk about elements of our business in order to make sure that we achieve our P&L as well as to become stronger in terms of financial position. These are four things that everybody be able to embrace. We need to see the revenue growth, optimize and efficient cost, targeted investment, and also insurance return. So the two elements here is actually must be clear by individual, everybody must embrace. Then how it works, because we have our customer focus, we also looking at the business, and the most importantly is about our people, the warga TM, where most of us here is actually the HR people is looking after our people. That is our customer. How do we make sure that everybody will able to support the compass is by having execution engine to perform as well as to transform. So this is actually by looking as a warga TM to become a digital workforce in the digital environment, and HR to make sure our people are digital savvy, and as well as having increase in terms of work tempo and also focus on the productivity. In order to support the enable digital Malaysia, this is all our compass. Make sure that everybody having the same direction, the same focus, then we be able to see everyone working towards one goal. Okay, next. Okay, how do we make sure that we are actually achieving the goal? a new execution engine is implemented to accelerate this transformation. Because transformation without this component, which is actually the agile, is the key main component to make sure that everybody will able to focus to make sure that what are the actions and how do we be able to implement the new transformations of TM. These are the three elements. The three elements, IE, is actually accountability, focus, as well as discipline of action. When we talk about accountability, everybody must having a clear accountability from the sponsor to the initiate honors. Meaning that if you mind, if you're not talking, can you put your mic into mute so that you will not disturb others? Thank you. Okay, so when we talk about accountability in Telecom Malaysia, in order to execute this agile component, we need to know, once we have the compass, we need to know each of individual accountability. What are the deliverables? How do we translate into the big chunk item into a small things, which is actually the chunky one, into the more small chewable things, and be able to have a clear accountability from the sponsor, and then the owners or the people will able to know what are their focus in deliverables that thing. So what happened is actually, in order to make sure that everybody have the clear accountability, we have a agile way of working by empowering the executions to the value program teams. What is the value program teams? Okay, then value program team, for your information, in Telecom Malaysia, we have actually, by having the compass, you know, every segment have their own priorities. Based on that priority, each of the owner of the segment will be able to identify what are the areas that will be looking at the uplift, the next level, bring the TM to the next level by prioritizing the initiative and break it down into a small group. We call it a value program. Then while we're having this value program and having the focus and prioritize on the initiative, it will be able to provide the highest impact to each of the value program. Currently, we have about 43 value programs, the whole Telecom Malaysia. Then by having the sponsor to make sure every 43 value program will be bring the highest impact. That's what we call it, value programs that bring a high impact and also the uplift to the whole PNL, the revenue, the managing the cost, customer experience, and also the people that we talk about, agility, new way of working, as well as the future proof of the organizations. They are the focus that we prioritize for the initiative. Then once we have the 43 value programs, the most important is to discipline of the action. We need to have ruthless monitoring of the key leading indicator and transparent update with the GCO on a weekly basis to identify areas to fix, what things to be continued, and what things that you need to start all over again. So these are things, the execution engines, that to ensure that the implementation and support the transformations to the whole organization, and we are doing things through the agile way of doing things. Okay, how do we go about? This is actually saying everybody have their own value program initiative that they see that is important under Unified, under TM1, wholesale, the GITD, the information, the customer experience, and as well as the people to support the whole programs of this value program. So these are some challenges. And how do we go agile? So basically, allow me to share with you how it started the agile in Telecom Malaysia. So when we talk about why we need to do agile, is actually going agile creates for us a company-wide ability to change quickly, adapt, renew, and also succeed in a rapidly changing and ambiguous customer environment, and intensifying the market competition. So when we started the agile, everybody were I think when we started the agile, you know, Telecom Malaysia is a huge organization. We have about 21,000 employees. We have a lot, majority are non-executive, and the executive are there. We got unions around us. How do you make things faster? Go to the market faster. I mean, the competitions is out there is very high. How do we make our people change, quickly adapt? So what happened is actually we started this agile way back, I think 2017. We started the pilot project and make sure that we change the mindset, we do the pilot, we create the agile for the whole company wide, so that they be able to quickly reconfigure the tactical strategy, the execution, reconfigure the people, the process, the technology towards the value creating, and also the value that protecting our opportunity. Talking about this agile, at first, there's a lot of challenges. People will see why we need to do agile. We are now comfortable with where we are. A lot of people talking about what's the value, and HR, especially HR. HR is the one who's actually managing the people, change of the mindset. How do people be able to support the agile way of doing things? It's quite challenging at first, but when the agile is actually supporting at the top level, that's the very important learning that we learn throughout this agile process, is when the company wants to embark on the agile, supporting from the top management is very crucial. Not only HR is the one who manage and able to provide platforms and so forth. The most important is the number one of the company must believe in agile. That is actually make agile way of working more not easier. It's actually, it will translate into individual day-to-day operations better, and people will be able to appreciate it much more better. So agile way of working is actually obsessions with continuously adding more value to the customer. It has to be a small cross-functional team working on small tasks in a short iterative work cycle, delivering value to the customer, and able to coordinate work in a fluid and also interactive network. When we started with agile way of working, at that point of time, we started not to embark for the whole company wide. We selected at that point of time, Unify started having an agile small group, consists of 8 to 10 people, cross-functional team, working into a task, a short interactive work. How do we serve the customer better? At that point of time, it's actually we wanted to start the pilot in Johor. First is actually we have not problem, we have a pain point on how we be able to reach the customer faster. So if you could see here, we started the agile in a small way. We kick out off in agile in HR in 2019. But in 2017, our pilot in Johor, we have about 7 teams, 116 team members, 9 pilot agile coach, where we actually started this when in Q4 2016, the management have site visit to ING. ING, if you were able to know that they started this agile way of working I think way back 2014, 2013, and they've been successfully doing the agile way of working and be able to serve the customer, increase the network promoter score for ING, as well as spread the news to the other organizations like Spotify and others. So we started with in Q1 2017 in pilot in Johor, by not only talking about changing the people mindset, but as well as changing the look or feel of the office. If you how do we actually did that is actually we wanted the office to more because the environment is actually one of the you need to the environment influence the way of people thinking, the way of people working. So we have renovated our office into agile mode, where it's not tied into a normal office. It's just a very, what we call it, quite open space, more collaboration space for people to actually have coffee, while having coffee, having some conversations, having a stand-up meeting and so forth. So not only the people need to be changed their mindset as well as the work environment. So then we actually moved in 2017. We after we piloted in Johor, we see that the success in that we bring it up to a segments level, which is actually the unified level. So at that in 2017 and 2018, unified team have actually grown the members from 36 members to 300 members, and also increased the 8 agile coach to 25 agile coach, and also transformation team. I think these 2 years for implementing in Unify, we learned a lot. We have senior management go down to the pilot site, talking to the individual, the team leaders, as well as having what we call it a showcase, what they have actually successfully done. We call it a showcase, having a top management going down and actually the team share their pain point, their success story, how they do the agile way of working. So this is actually what people say is actually very important for the managements to know, and also to embrace the agile and support the agile way of working. Then we have actually successfully doing in Unify. In 2019, we made it to make the agile across the whole TM by having a 36 team member, 420 team members, and as well as 25 agile coach and transformations team. Okay. In 2019, when we started the agile across TM, of course, there's actually challenges that we are facing. People were talking about what I'm doing now, I'm okay, I'm still achieving the numbers, I still making sure that everybody's are doing the job. But when we started we started with 420 teams, what we have actually find out that yes, of course, you are now achieving the numbers, but when we introduce the agile team, the squad teams to the people, then they realize that by having this agile team, the squad team, it's actually it will make the team realize that they can actually achieve double or triple the number. Then they're supposed to having a normal a project team, as well as a normal day-to-day operation. So when the realization comes to the individual, in 2020, we started to have more teams to get involved, 578 teams members in 2020, and we increased our agile coach and also transformation team, and as well as we wanted agile HR to start kick in into the organization. Not only because if you could see, agile is actually, most of the organizations started with the business, with the IT team, and it's not having an agile kickstart in HR or support team. So in 2020, we started agile in the HR small team, and how and we wanted to be to make HR to become the role model for the teams, for other teams to follow, that not only the business can do agile, but as well as those are actually at the supporting role can also embrace the agile. So now in 2021, we have about 80 teams, 1,100 team members with 333 agile coach and also scrum master. We have done so well now, and actually we can see all these things. It actually we can feel everybody is gearing, everybody be able to see that there is a lot of benefits, and as well as there is a lot of learnings by having an agile in place. Okay, then. So I would like to draw your attentions more on how agile in HR will makes a difference. Beside that I share what others are doing, not in HR. Now I'm actually focusing on HR, where here we are the HR practitioner. How we be able to embrace agile HR in your own organization. So for the past how many years, a lot of chatters about agile HR. How can HR be agile? Can HR leads to the happier employee? Agile in HR is arrived. People are talking is fast growing journey towards an agile functions and so forth. So what happened is actually agile is a change. It's a change in values as well as HR is also a change in terms of culture. As you know, culture is breakfast, right? And it's actually when talk about culture, new way of working, there are three things that we need to address: a new way of organizing teams, a new way of working, as well as a new way of decision making. So when we talk about how does we agile organize our people and how we be able to organize the team, it has to be a cross-functional team that align to the business priority. That's why when we have the compass, we know the right directions we want to go. We need then be able to come up with a cross-functional team that align to the business priority. And also by having those clear direction, clear accountability, we be able to measure customer centricity as well as the business to measure the success. So this is how we look at the way of organizing. And if you once you done of organizing yourself into the new of functions and new of squad in that particular team, then you will start to have a new way of working, where when you have a cross-functional team, you need to have a daily huddle to review the progress and also identify roadblocks. So if possible, like I mentioned earlier, the office is very important. Majority are actually going for co-location where possible, because with although you have people from IT, from the sales, from HR and the rest, once we have a cross-functional, it is very important to make sure that everybody be able to co-locate themselves where you need to have daily huddle and also having a continuous improvement, interactive happening during that session. So when everybody is there, everybody co-locate themselves, then it's actually giving an input during the huddle. People were able to spur new ideas, able to see this is how I can help to accelerate the process. Once you become a team and you work together and co-locate yourself, things are moving faster. You'll be able to, okay, I got this roadblock. So how do we address it? Within the cross-functional team, a lot of things can be resolved. A lot of new ideas will be come up, and as well as a new way of decision making. Actually, you will be able to make a quick decision making during the session. So and agile is we talk about empowerment, decision making, customer driven decision making, empowerment to accelerate decision making, leaders the bottleneck obstacle. Once we know, and it's actually from the top management, you know the priorities from the sponsor, the leaders, then it's actually break into a small team that can be chobble. Certain decision making, empowerment are given to this agile team. The leaders be able to debottleneck obstacle easier. They will be able to reach their leaders at any time if they need any iterations in terms of process, in terms of new things, so that the process actually smoothen and actually make a quick decision, and you'll be able to see the agile running efficiently from day to day and able to achieve and address those issues. Okay, next. Okay, there are three. How do we organize ourselves? The HR people organize ourselves. There are the three box model has been the way to organize HR for the past 2 decades. I believe others are also looking at the same formula, the same model. We have HR business partner, we have central COE, the center of expertise, and also some of us also have shared services center. We adopt these three box model on how HR is actually organized for the past 2 decades. I'm share with you the new operating models for HR that has been researched and also been proposed. These are, I took McKinsey has actually shared how does share of HR resources in terms of percentage when we talk about adopting the HR agile. So here, what happened is actually we have chief HR officer here. As I mentioned, we have business partner, center of excellence, and also shared services. And the changes is actually we have a pool of professional, about 50% of the populations are being segmentized and prioritized incoming tasks, urgent or not urgent, requiring an individual teams and also be able to delegate appropriately. So this is where we have three big function here supporting the chief HR officer, but as well the most important adopting the agile, we have a pool of professional, about 50% of HR professional is aligning into an agile concept. Okay, so we also adopting, looking at the new operating model for HR by Gartner, the HR operating model that we embrace it in implementing the agile. So we have, for your information, this is actually the dark blue shared across the unit segments via temporary assignment. This is actually the problem solver. This is actually the one who's actually adopting the agile. This is actually the dark blue. We are having a cross-functional within HR, from IR team, from the COE team, from the HR business partner. We actually coming up with an agile a squad by itself to actually address and problem solve HR any related issues or any things or new things that we wanted to address the customer. So here, the baby blue is actually shared across the unit segment, the fixed and also the stable team, the COE, as well as the HR technology, the people relationship, as these are the HR operation and also service delivery teams. And how is actually percentage where we assign the people into this bucket is actually 10% is actually at the business unit, 40% is actually doing HR agile, 10% is also COE, and the rest is actually respectively on the HR operation and also service delivery team. Okay, so we have actually introduced the new HR operating model in 2019. An agile operating model that I shared, we've been adopting this model, and I think it has been successfully implemented in Telecom Malaysia in supporting the whole ecosystem in Telecom Malaysia. So we have line of business here. We have the HR, we call it HC business drivers, which is actually nearer to the client, to the customer. Pool of HR agile, center of excellence, and we have people who's actually looking at HR operations and delivery, the HC innovation team, the shared services, the operation, and also the industrial, and also the people who's actually managing the union. So here you'll be able to see dedicated single business or unit segments is actually here, the yellow. This is actually shared cross-functional agile team, and also these are all these the fixed and also stable teams. This is how HR in TM we organize ourselves in supporting the new and adopting the HR agile framework. Anything so far? Are we okay?
Yeah, we are good.
Okay.
So far, so good, Puan.
Yeah, we
Okay,
good. We good.
anything that you need more clearer, you can actually ask me, and probably I will be able to feedback to you guys. Okay, then allow me to go to the next one. I'll share with you how we started and grow from 10 squad. Now we are having about 22 squads this year. So you could see here, we learned it from in 2017 with 7 ZBC. ZBC is we call Zone Business Council, a squad in Johor, about 116 team, 9 agile coach to the whole ecosystem. 2019 we started we have only 2 agile coach and also transformation team. We kick in the GHCM, the HR kick off 2019. 2020 we have 10 squad, 150 squad members, and we have actually increased our agile coach and also transformation team, because important, if you increase your squad, you'll be able also to, you need to also increase your agile coach, because by having the agile coach is a discipline to make sure that every squad is actually embracing the way of agile doing things. Having a stand-up meeting every morning. And now it's actually a pandemic. We can having a stand-up meeting every morning virtually. Having a huddle every morning, every here and then. So we need the agile code to make sure that they embrace the agile way of working. Now I will able to share with you. I think we have done and actually increased the squad from 10 squad. Now we are having about 22 squad, 182 squad members. And now we are having 5 agile coach with 6 agile coach buddy. So these are things ongoing, and it's actually, I think, exciting moment for us been embracing the agile in the environments that not many people have actually go into it. Okay, so this is actually the 22 agile squad in HR with very clear accountability to drive specific result. the strategy, the L&D people, the comment band, the IR, the innovation, the SSO, the innovation, as well as the squad leaders and also the agile coach here. So these are my team is actually implementing the 22 agile squad in HR. So everybody is actually having their own squad addressing specific issues, specific problems that is actually make sure that we embrace the agile way of working, not only to the to the business as well within HR. We wanted to become HR as the role model. Okay, so these are some feedback sharing with you guys how others are when we implemented the agile, how others we have actually getting positive feedback from the agile squad when we implementing this agile throughout 2020. Now it's 2022, 2 years back already. So these are some feedback from the agile, showing that we could see full implementation as a sample of the agile story still running. We also need to accelerate more. Agile need to be enforced in a bigger scale. BAU is business as usual, needs to transform to agile yesterday. So these are some feedback. You'll be able to see how people are actually looking and embracing the agile, and also implementing the agile in Telecom Malaysia. Okay, right, next. Sharing you success story, because when people say, yeah, Nija, you have been embracing the agile in Asia. What are the things that you can see the positive outcome from the squad? So these are actually, we have started to see positive outcomes from the squad. Example, we have a squad looking at wellness and wellness being 360. This squad is actually, I think Agile, Astrid is actually with me, heading this squad well-being 360. Despite of the COVID physical event, we have actually designed online centric, but 4.6 satisfactions level. Number of staff is actually participating in this event, as well as we also have a squad looking at future skilling. We have actually no physical training during the MCO. Higher attendance were captured, about 453 section was conducted, and also not only people actually been trained, as well as adopting the new skill. Level 1, we have done level 1, level 2, level 2. But now we are looking at level 3 and level 4. So by having the Kirkpatrick assessment after training, we are also having attractions on people embracing the future skill. And we also have looking at a squad, rescaling squad. NESC is now everyone can sell. Since everyone is actually staying at home, having some not going out there, what happened is actually this squad is actually reskill the whole Telecom Malaysia employee to become a sales arm, extended sales arm for Telecom Malaysia, by having a new knowledge. Each of everybody in telecom can do sales. So this is where by having this reskilling in individual to become a sales an extended arm of a sales team to TM, new skill coming from people not doing the sales is about, you can see 115 million new sales attained from the now everyone can sales training in 2020. So this is where I think is I look at it, it's exciting. People were able to embrace agile. By having agile, you can see a quick outcomes, quick things, very fast. Not from previous experience. We need to have formal thing, you know, looking at once you change the process, people can embrace. No, this is where things running that you can actually adopt and adapt, and you can change. Well, because in every squad, when you implemented agile, they call it a cycle where you can change, you can do a quick change, and you can still go and do things. So this is where I think it make people change their mindset of looking things different perspective, as well as how do I can do better. So these are the new things that we experience it, we learn from having this agile implementing in Telecom Malaysia, especially in HR. Okay. These are some also sharing with you guys on translate into a better employee experience. Example that we have actually done doing because for example, recently we have a new programs needs to be implemented throughout the company, and you know, this unprecedented pandemic, people will not be able to see each other, but by having this agile squad, looking at how do we best implemented this process throughout the company, with people from this IT group, the innovation teams, from IR, how looking from IR, from communications, from the reward team, from the customer, from HCBD teams. There we actually form this agile squad, and Alhamdulillah, I could be successful. We made it. The system that we wanted to implement it in the flow, in the system, people be able to do it fast. People we able to reach numbers of employee over there with this process. And once this is actually a process where we wanted to implement what we call it an optimizations to the whole company. People would like to request how do I be able to look other jobs or to seek other opportunity. So this is actually the process been done in a platform where people can go in and also able to see themselves, to immerse in the organization, and able to see how they can optimize themselves within the organizations. So application was made easy, automations, and also we have online face-to-face with the staff, also giving them a place where people will be able to see online asking question, feedback, and so forth. So this is actually a good example when we implemented Agile as one of the squad recently, and getting about a good experience, about 4.65 average experience rating by the employee. Okay, done. Okay, key learnings. Okay, people was asking what are the key learnings? The crucial ensuring a successful agile way of working. As I mentioned earlier, number one is strong leadership support. Leaders help debottleneck obstacle, provide clear direction as well as insight. And leaders need to show themselves supporting this agile team, going down, you know, supporting the showcase time, pop up probably during these stand-up sessions. You know, these are showing supporting a strong leadership support. Number one is very important. If the leaders believe and leaders be able to motivate and ensure that these are my priorities, then others and other people will be able to see that, yeah, I'm going to be part of the agile team. I want to be part of the success. story. So one is actually having a strong leadership. Secondly is have to clear mandate of the agile setup, a clear mandate approach. We would like to pursue in the agile setup. We be able to know to think how many who are actually in the cross function that we be able to come up with this the people inside this agile setup. Then the third one is clear understanding about agile. Eliminate fear of agile by providing a clear understanding. Differences between project management, between agile, what is agile compared to other normal organization setup. So that is also fear. If I were to join agile in my organization, how do I be in the organization's a traditional setup? Because now I'm actually reporting to Mr. A. If I'm in agile, I could be not reporting to Mr. A, but in a new team. So to the new team leader, we call a squad leader. So how do they actually evaluate my job, evaluate my performance? So these are clear understanding must be there. And then clear mission. Number 4 is having a clear mission. No overlaps from one team to another. That's very important. It's you have a very clear missions, no duplication within the team. Everybody is actually working different project, different program initiative. And the last one is actually sufficient cross-functional within a small team. What we did in telecom, we have small numbers, 10 to 15 members within an agile setup. It has to be enough cross-functional drivers from other divisions to drive the outcome of the missions, because you need a cross-functional team, then agile will become more efficient and more effective. Because by having a different cross background, it's important when you having a bottleneck or probably a problem, because they are coming from a different background. The solutions can be done easily and more quicker. If the people inside there is actually coming from a different background. So these are the learning to ensure that agile ways of working to be more efficient. And the setup must be also clearly and also supported by the top management and also the leaderships. So I think these are towards the end of my my presentations. Sharing with you guys. If you have any questions, any things that probably needs more clarification, I will love to take. And I hope out there the HR the HR team, the fraternity HR over there, we're able to get more. We're able to embrace HR, the agile in their organization, especially in HR environment. And I would love to share with you guys how we are doing it, the setup in HR, as well as making HR and move HR to the next level. I think that's all. Thank you, everybody. Ilham, over to you.
Okay, thank you, Puan Hamija, for the great and excellent sharing. Actually, we have you already opened up our mind and eyes on the agile and agility in HR. So we're going to have our breakout session, group session, because we going to end up our session at 11:30 the most, 11:40 the most. So in the meantime, you can, if you have any question to Puan Hamija, you can use the chat box to ask or to share anything to Puan Hamija. Thank you. Back to Puan Hamija. So hold on, I share mine.
Oh, by the way, I know I can see a lot of my friends here, especially in this session. Anyway, before that, I would also to say thank you to my team for supporting this, and as well as making successful in making sure the HR agile is actually more efficient and more more implementable in TM. Thanks a lot.
we can invite you for the second session, Puan. Talk to AsiaHRM. Okay. So I have break it out to 3 groups facilitated by Mr. Rozal, Puan Shida, and Puan Jamila. Hold on, iPhone. Okay. So the first question, how will you reimagine and reassign your team and your organization once the pandemic has passed? Second question, what new goals have you set for your team and organization for the next few months? And the third question is how you are and your organization reacting to the supporting key stakeholders and employees. If you have any of you that don't have any groups,
Idham, I terkeluar daripada group tu lah. Can you put me back to the room?
okay, sure.
Tajuk apa topik? Tak sempat dengar tadi.
Kejap. Terkeluar. Hold on. How I can get this? Join.
Tadi group room number 3.
Group number 3, yeah. Mana saya nak buat ni? Kejap. Dia ada dah ni, you not join. Kejap.
Tadi klik join, betul dia ada network issue sikit. Keluar balik.
Okay, macam mana? Okay, kejap. Saya move to here. Record room. Move to room. Dapat tak? Okay, please, Rashida, from your group.
Okay, this is very on the spot updates. Okay, from our group, we have Encik Azlan who will be presenting notes of our discussion just now. Azlan, over to you.
Shida, you put my phone number there.
Siapa tu? Okay, thank you Syeda. Okay, mana tak nampak ni?
Betul, PDPA tu pun.
My
Okay,
apology, Nija.
Okay, please.
Okay, yes. Assalamualaikum and good morning, everyone. Okay, from Group 3, the question is, how are you and your organization reacting to and supporting key stakeholders and employees? Okay, some ideas derived from our discussion. Okay, we established steering committee. Okay, this is for TM, yeah. Establish steering committee led by the CEO and provide updates of each activity on regular basis. Example, solution, suggestion, and improvement areas. Presentation by the value program leaders in improving the bottom line. Okay, I've been told that Puan Hamija, this discussion on regular basis every week means all the HR team members are required to meet CEO. So you can imagine lah how how they feeling every week to face the CEO for 2.5 hours, if not mistaken.
Yeah,
right?
2.5 hours. You know, the CEO is actually putting his time. Make sure that's why it's actually when you adopt the agile, the number one must be belief and also supporting. So this is how lead by example. The CEO himself and also the C-level will spend about 2.5 hours looking at the updates and also giving feedback and solutions and suggestions, and to also to some extent motivate the team. This is the time everybody will be able to have their airtime with the number one as well as the C-suite.
Okay, the second point, knowledge sharing platform for all level of employees where opportunity granted to address people issues. This is related to the previous lah. Okay, the third one, provide moral and financial support such as basic need those employees detected positive COVID-19. PCR swab test for the family members too. Assign a buddy as respective location to check daily as part of ensuring the needs are taken care. Like provide transportation from the quarantine center back to home, child care assistance and meal arrangement. This is for TM. For my company, we provide the same. We provide the necessity food amount of about 400 ringgit to those victim, and we provide a free swab test extended to the family members for the category B. Okay, the fourth one, created COVID-19 community as a platform for experience sharing, example step to be taken by pre and post COVID patient. Allow an additional 14 days after receiving release letter from KKM. Financial aid 600 to the positive COVID-19. This is 40M. As for my company, after 10 days release letter by KKM, we will keep on asking the staff how is their condition. If they still have the symptom of COVID-19, we will allow them to enter the office. Still continue with work from home until we feel that they are good and able to enter the office. Okay, the fifth one, provide individualized support and close engagement activities, example, online training, wellness program, life coach related to work, family, and other personal related matters by a certified counselor. I think this is a very good point. I don't have this.
Yeah.
Okay, the sixth one, then we will get the info from Puan later. Okay, the sixth one, work from home arrangement. Approximate 60% of total employees, frontliners are entitled to 250 per staff. Those essential service employees like installer or call center. The last one, show appreciation, rewards, and recognition based on individual achievement based on agile assessment. Okay, that's all. Puan, you like to add up some more?
Alright, okay, okay. So I think the good thing is actually we also appreciate our staff who's actually the frontliners. Actually now because of the pandemic, we are also we are trying to recognize them and help them so that they feel safe. They feel that the company is actually looking after them. And now we are having a swab every week, swab to our frontliner before they can actually do their job, is entering the customer premises and so forth. So all the frontliner now, every week they need to do swab and actually being catered by the company lah, basically.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, everyone.
Idham, I think that's about it from our group. Thank you, team members, for sharing. Very good sharing, and we have very fruitful outcome. Later we have another tea talk session dengan Mija.
Yeah, can. All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, team. Okay, we move to Mr. Rosal. Please, Mr. Rosal.
Idham, can you I got dinosaur nak share slide ni.
Yeah.
Sekejap aduh.
Okay. Should be okay. Take your time.
I had a problem. I already WhatsApp to you, Zam. If you don't mind to show that one.
Hold on ya.
Ada slide tu. Sebab I nak tengok belum terror pakai Zoom lah.
Okay. Hold on. Kejap Encik Rosal, dia tiba-tiba dia not responding pula.
Boleh. Maybe Cik Zo also can help lah. I also send to Cik Zo.
Rosa, you boleh hantar dekat I, Rosa. I can help also.
Okay. I kena pergi kelas Zoom lah. I cuma ada certificate Teams ya. Microsoft Teams ya.
Okay, still not responding. Hold on, I just...
Sudah, this time to you, sudah?
Okay, then. Sekejap.
Mine is okay. How about Shida?
Okay.
Rosal.
You nak share ke? I nak share?
I share.
Dah. Rosa?
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Which one?
Slide number is a stakeholder group 3.
That one, 27. Yep.
This one group 3 You group 1. It's okay lah. Boleh.
It's okay.
I tak nampak group tadi. I thought we are room number 3, then we are group 3.
Yeah.
Group 3.
Doesn't matter. Apple to apple.
All right, we have 5 points based on our discussion just now on how you and your organization reacting to and supporting key stakeholder and employees with regard to the agile organization. Point number 1 is the HR team must be aware of the stakeholders and employee expectation. And point number 2 is we must prepare our team competency and capability and mindset as well toward the new work demand and condition. Number 3, the lesson learned from the new norm since 2020 March, which provide us a more new skill in terms of adaptability to the new requirement, new norms, build up our resilience among the team, and also that's compressed bring up to the agile team, HR team, to react to all the requirement and new norm, which could be a new business requirement in the future. Top management support also very important that the HR need to gain. And then number 5 is the team itself must be patient, must be agile, and must be perseverance in terms of handling the new stakeholder, the stakeholder, the employee expectation, especially the new expectation since we embarked to the new norm since March 2020. That's all from our team. Back to you, Idham.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Rozal. Any additional info from Mr. Rozal's team to add in? Okay, no, I consider it no. So, okay, thank you, both facilitator and both team on in discussing on our 2 topics. Even though there is a slightly technical error, actually we have a different topic to discuss. But yeah, it is okay for us to have same topic but a different view in terms of answer. So is Miss Cik Zul is online?
Yes.
Okay.
Maybe just we have kalau pukul 12 we have another. It's okay kalau kita start. But before that, I think maybe Idham, we can take picture first before apa ni each and everyone after start nak live nanti. Can we on the video?
Okay. I need all participants to switch on your video, your camera.
By the way, for information, the slide, the whole slide, inshallah, we'll be sharing with all the participants within these few days lah. So we will send the slide to AsiaHRM, and then AsiaHRM Hong Kong will compile, and then we'll share the slide with you guys. At the same time, you are also encouraged to join AsiaHRM Facebook. So you can view the video, not only for Malaysia, but also for other countries, Bangladesh, Indonesia, Hong Kong, mastermind session later.
Everyone, switch on your video. Okay, I will say 3. Say cheese. 1, 2, 3. One more time. Say cheese. 1, 2, 3. Thank you. Okay, back to you, Cik Zul.
Okay, that's all. I think kalau tak ada apa-apa, is there any other request or any other macam kalau nak minta Mija present lagi ke, and then we will do another session lah. If that's okay with Mija, is it okay? Tapi buat different session lah. I think maybe half an hour, 30 minutes tak cukup kot. Maybe we can have
lah, insyaAllah. We'll try.
We can have a 1 or 2 hour session, because for information, AsiaHRM also provide apa nama ni, other training program or sharing program for free. So you can also join those session, like the popular one actually is macam HR Business Partner. There's also certification program. At the same time macam OKR. There's always sharing on those HR related functions lah, or competencies lah. So in this case maybe, but that one actually is not only for Malaysia. They normally will cover for the whole Asia lah. So you can also get engaged or communicate with other HR practitioners within Asia. Yeah. So I think thank you very much, Idham, for a great session as a moderator, and also not to forget Mija. Thank you very much for to share your knowledge and also experience with us today. In fact, this is the first time kita ada quite a very big number of participants.
Oh, ya ke?
Maybe so now we know lah. Puan Mija is very popular lah among the HR.
Aura.
Ampun.
In fact kita jangan begitu Farid lah, tapi kita invite Farid pun tak ramai. But actually Farid was in our session, I think last 2 months.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Shida also, Rosal. So I'm glad that we for AsiaHRM session for Malaysia we have to be a moderator. Maybe next session Shida or Rosal can moderator pula. In fact, whoever wants to contribute, because this is it's not a paid organization. This is NGO or free organization, so anybody can join and can participate. In fact, the contribution that I think I shared earlier actually is just a contribution to support for the technicals. But of course, to organize programs, we need AsiaHRM also need some contribution to continue sharing, because as per motto AsiaHRM. So we like to share. We want to share all the knowledge and then to upgrade our business to the next level. So that kalau ada apa-apa lagi, and then in fact kalau ada suggested speakers ke ataupun suggested topic you guys nak request, then you can share via the AsiaHRM WhatsApp group for Malaysia. Ataupun via, you can also send direct to me or to any other members here lah. So kalau Nija ada apa-apa last words?
Thank you Cik Zul for inviting me, giving the opportunity to the HR fraternity. Thank you for HR fraternity. Also, hopefully I can share more. Inshallah. Probably different topic. Now we are actually looking as other topics as well. How HR will be able to help transformations the whole company, and HR become the leaders in this transformation, because normally HR jadi support je kan, supporting at the back now. Because of the human, especially in the pandemic era. People is actually the most important topic that been talking, how leaders, the right people, because having the right people and the right skill, and now with these new things, the new technology, how upskilling, reskilling things, buying, and skills are important. Probably some of us can share how they did it and able to help each other lah, basically. Thank you guys. Thank you for being patient.
Right.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you.
Okay, take care.
Thank you.
All right. Assalamualaikum.
Set your date for next month session. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum Cik Zul. Okay,
Salam.
bye. Okay.
Sorry lah. Aku salah tengok slide lah.
Yeah, it's okay. Thank you.
Okay, Cik Zul. Terima kasih.
Thank you, Shida. Thank you.
Thanks, bye.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Cik Zul.
Farah. Thank you. Sihat, Farah?
Farah.
Alhamdulillah, sihat.
So, Farah.
Alhamdulillah dapat dengar suara.
Ya, itulah.
Itulah.
Tak dengar suara.
Good to hear you again, Farah.
Farah, I
Ya,
will share some apa kalau you free tu you can join some of the sessions lah.
okay, sure. Boleh.
Jamila,
Thank you.
Jamila macam mana, okay? Your side effect pun kita
Berpeluh sikit.
berpeluh.
Getting better.
Yeah. Alhamdulillah, I already took two doses. So far, alhamdulillah, no reaction whatsoever. Alhamdulillah.
I belum dapat lagi ya.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Belum dapat lagi ya.
Akan
Ya,
sampai nanti.
Belum dapat turn.
Baru dapat turn. Alhamdulillah. That's great.
Belum.
Cik Zul dah dapat Dah complete?
Dah.
Oh.
Dia geng-geng warga emas memang cepat dapat kot.
Cik Zul bolehlah travel.
Itulah.
Boleh balik kampung lah, boleh balik kampung.
Kalau siapa dah ambil
Itulah.
2 doses dah boleh balik kampung, dah boleh pergi shopping mall.
Itulah.
Dah,
Saya
yang
8
paling-
bulan ni
yang-
lagi 1 dos.
Yang paling penting boleh pergi Melaka, Cik Zul.
Dah dapat 2 dos ke?
Bye.
Dah.
Oh, dua
Bye.
dos.
Dah 2 doses.
Oh, okey,
Power,
alhamdulillah.
Cik Zul.
Cik Zul dia orang kayangan.
Tak adalah. Orang tua dapat dulu.
Ni dah kira lagu menteri ni.
Okay, thanks Ida.
Okay, thank you.
Bye, everyone. Thanks, Zam.
Okay, thank you Rozan. Thank you all. Thank you Faizah. Thank you Azlan. Bye.
Okey, Cik Zul.
Bye.
Okey. Assalamualaikum.
Assalamualaikum. Cik Zul, kena off recording sebab saya dah letak you sebagai host pula. Loop.
Okay.
Recording kena ni, stop.